Good morning, students. Today we will see 3 marks important questions on vector algebra. The first question here is, show that the position vectors of the point P which divides the line joining the points A and B having position vectors A and B internally in the ratio m:n is given by nb plus na divided by m plus n. So this we have to prove. Very important question with respect to board exam. Let us see the proof of this. So solution is, let us draw the figure. So I am taking the point O here, which is fixed. So one vector is here A, whose position vector is A vector. I am taking one more vector here. Let us take this as B, whose position vector is small b vector. Right? So one more vector I am taking here. So one point I am taking anywhere on line AB. So take any one vector. So what I am doing, I am taking one vector here. Let us take this as P, whose position vector is R vector. So what is position vector? The vector which starts from origin is known as position vector. So here also I am saying, so let us take this, the ratio as n:n, and here arrow plays a very important role. So let us see the solution here. So here I can say, let O be the fixed point. Let O be the fixed point. Then, so what is OA? OA is nothing but, here I can say A vector, and OB is equal to, here I can say what? B vector. Right? Let P R vector be any point on, here I can say what? AB vector. So let P R vector be any point on AB vector and which divides AB. So you can see here P divides AB internally, and which divides AB internally in the ratio m:n. So let O be the fixed point, then OA is equal to A vector, OB is equal to B vector. Right? So take one point anywhere on line AB, right, and which divides internally in the ratio m:n. And if I ask you what is OP, so can I say that here? Tell me. So here I can say OP vector is equal to, here I can say what? R vector. Right? Now if you see the figure, can I say that AB vector divided by PB vector is equal to, here I can say m/n. So AB vector by PB vector, the ratio here is m/n. What is AP vector? AP vector can be written as position vector of P minus position vector of A divided by PB, we can write as second vector minus first vector. So OB minus OP vector is equal to m/n. Now let us put the values. What is OP? Vector R vector minus A vector divided by OB vector is nothing but it is B vector minus R vector is equal to, here I can say M by N. Now cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, what you will get? NR vector minus NA vector is equal to MB vector minus MR vector. So what I am doing here is this R vector I am shifting here and this NA vector I am shifting here. So when you shift, what you will get? So let us write here only. So when we shift, you will get, so see here. So this will come here. So I can say what? MR vector plus NR vector is equal to, here you will get MB vector plus NE vector. So you can see R vector is here, R vector is here. So we can take R vector common. You will get M plus N is equal to MB plus NE. Or finally, what is R vector? So finally we can say R vector is equal to, so here I can say R vector is equal to, it is MB plus NE divided by M plus N. So this only we have to prove. So this is the formula to find internal division in vectors. So here we can say hence proved. Very important under 3 marks from the chapter vector algebra. Is it clear? So R vector is equal to, so M into second vector plus N into first vector divided by sum of the ratio. So this way you can remember. So this is internal division formula. Replace plus by minus, you will get external division formula. I hope the solution is clear. Let us see one more question which is based on this. Here question is, find the position vector. Find the position vector of the point which divides the line joining points PQ with position vectors OP vector is equal to 3A vector minus 2B vector and OQ is equal to A plus B in the ratio 2:1. So first is internally and the second one is externally. So formula we know how to apply internal division formula and how to apply external division formula. So here the question is, find the position vector of the point which divides the line joining the points PQ with position vector OP is equal to this and OQ is equal to A plus B in the ratio 2:1. We have to find internally as well as we have to find. The solution here is the position vector of the point R that divides the line joining the points P and Q with position vector OP and OQ in the ratio n:n internally. So first one is we have to find the ratio when it divides internally, right? So formula is what? So internally I can say OR vector is equal to, so M into second vector. So second vector is OQ vector plus n into first vector OP vector divided by, here I can say, sum of the ratio. It is MB plus NA divided by sum of the ratio. So here I can say M. So ratio is given as 2:1. Right? What is M here? So M is to OQ. OQ is given as A plus B vector. Right? Plus N. N is 1. OP. OP vector is given as 3A minus 2B. Here I can say divided by sum of the ratio. So sum of the ratio, here I can say 2 plus 1. So I am writing directly 2A plus 3A. You will get 5A vector. 2B minus 2B. It is 0 and 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So OR divides internally OP and OQ in the ratio 2:1 is given by 5A vector divided by 3. So this is internally. We have to find externally also. So the second one is what actually? Externally. Right. So formula is same, only in place of plus minus will come. So this is minus. This is also I can say minus. So here I can say this is minus. Right. This is also minus. Now put the value. 2A minus 3A. So how much will come? Minus A vector will come. 2B plus 2B. You will get 4B vector. Right. 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Or finally we can say answer is what? It is 4B vector minus A vector. So this is the required external division when the ratio is given as 2:1. Let us see one more question. The next question is find sin theta if theta is angle between the vectors A vector is equal to I plus j minus k and B vector is equal to I minus j plus k. So we have to find angle. Okay. So theta is angle and we have to find sin theta. Now let us see the solution of this one. So we know that what is the formula to find angle in terms of sin theta. So sin theta formula is, it is nothing but A cross B magnitude divided by, here I can say magnitude of A into, here I can say magnitude of B. So this is the formula to find sin theta. So first we have to find what is A cross B. So let us calculate here only. So here I can say A cross B is equal to, it is determinant of I, J, K. Right? So A. So here 1, 1, minus 1. B. 1, minus 1, 1. So how to expand 3 by 3? Okay. Determinant we know. Let us see. So here I can say I coming. So 1 into 1, how much? So 1 will come and minus minus is plus. So minus 1 will come. Minus J. So 1 into 1, 1 will come, minus of minus plus 1 will come, plus k. So when you take k, you will get minus 1 and here you will get minus 1. So this is 0. So finally you will get here minus 2j and here minus 2k. Right. Next we have to find magnitude. So here I can say magnitude of A cross B is equal to. So how to find magnitude? So magnitude is nothing but coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square under root. So minus 2 square. So here I can say minus 2 square plus minus 2 square. So here 4 and here 4, 8. So here I can say root 8. Next. So A cross B we got, okay. So magnitude we got root E. Next. So magnitude of A. So magnitude of A you can see here 1, 1, 1. So it is root 3. Magnitude of B, calculate. So magnitude of B is again 1, 1, 1. So again it is root 3. So what I am doing, this value and this value I am keeping in the formula. So put these values in the formula. So finally what we will get is, so finally we can say, okay, sin theta is equal to magnitude of A cross B divided by mod A mod B. So put here, so it is nothing but root A divided by, it is root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So finally we can say answer of this question is root 8 divided by 3. So this is the required value of sin theta. I hope it is clear. Right. One more method is there. See here. Let us see one more method. So here I can say what? Alternate solution. Since we are having formula of sin theta, we directly apply the formula. Suppose you don't know the formula. So we know that cos theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is nothing but A dot B divided by mod A into, here I can say mod B. So calculate. So here I can say cos theta is equal to, take the dot product, 1 into 1, 1 will come, 1 into minus 1 will come, minus 1 into 1, so plus minus 1 into 1, again minus will come, divided by, we know the value, this is root 3 and this is also root 3. So you can see both will get cancelled. Finally cos theta is equal to minus 1 by 3. Right. But we need sin theta. So tell me, what is the relation between cos and sin? So here we can say sin theta is equal to, can be write as square root of 1 minus cos square theta. So put the value. So here I can say square root of 1 minus cos square theta. So minus 1 by 3 square. So it is 1 by 9. So take LCM, you will get what? Root 8 divided by 9. So root 8 we can write as 2 root 2 and root 9 we can write as 3. So this is the required solution. So it is up to you. You can apply the first method or you can go with second method. The next question is, if A vector, B vector, C vector are vectors such that mod A equal to 3, mod B equal to 4, mod C equal to 5 and each one of them being perpendicular to some of the other two, then find mod of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. So what is given? Given is, so mod A equal to 3, mod B equal to 4, mod C equal to 5, right? And each one of them being perpendicular to some of the other two. That means what? So A vector is perpendicular to some of other two. So B plus C vector. Similarly, I can say B vector is perpendicular to C plus A. And here I can say C vector is perpendicular to A plus B. So what we will do? Let us expand this information. So two vectors are perpendicular means what? Their dot product is 0. So this we can write as A dot B plus C equal to 0. So scalar, okay, scalar product, okay, so dot product of two vectors, or you can say scalar product of two vectors always give scalar as answer. This we can write as B dot C plus A equal to 0. So similarly this we can write as C vector dot A vector plus B vector is equal to 0. Let us expand this further. So this we can write as what? So take the dot product. A dot B plus A dot C is equal to 0. Similarly I can write this as B dot C plus B dot A is equal to 0, and here I can say what? C dot A plus C dot B is equal to 0. Now what I am doing here is I am adding this, and so when you add, what you will get? A dot B is same as B dot A. So A dot B is same as B dot A. So what you will get here is 2 times A dot B plus, now B dot C is same as C dot B. So here I can say B dot C plus C dot A is same as A dot C. Here I can say what? C dot A. So when you take the dot, okay, when you add all these, you will get this value equal to 0. Now what we will do here is we have to find this. So here I can say mod of A plus B plus C is equal to. Now before finding this, let us find the square. So it is nothing but A plus B plus C whole square. So formula is what? A square, which we can write as mod A square, plus mod B square, plus mod C square, plus here we can say 2 times of A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot E. Now put the values. So when you put the value, what you will get? What is mod A square? 9 plus here 16 will come plus 5 square, which is nothing but 25. So 16 plus 9, 25 plus 25, it is 50. But you can see here this is square, and so what we can do is we have to find square root. So finally we can say the answer of this question is answer of this question is mod of A plus B plus C is equal to, so root over here I can say 50. So if you want, you can leave the answer like this, or this 50 we can write as 5 5s are 25 2, or you can say 5 root 2. So this is the required solution of the given equation. So what we have done is, one vector is sum of 2. So if you expand, what you will get? Their dot product is 0. And when we add, you will find 2 times of A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A value equal to 0. Put the values, take the square root, finally you will get 5 root 2 as answer. Let us see the next question. The next question here is, show that the points A, B and C are collinear. Now collinear means what? So if 3 points lie on the same line, then we can say the given points are collinear. Now let us see. So here A, B, C we know. So let us calculate first AB vector. So AB vector is nothing but OB vector minus OA vector. Second vector minus first vector. So calculate OB. So you will get 3i. Now 2 means what? Minus j. Subtract 3 means here I can say minus 2k. So this is AB vector. Next. So calculate BC vector. So BC vector means what? Second vector minus first vector. So position vector of C minus position vector of B. So C minus V, calculate. So 7i means 6i will come. Right. So j is not here. So minus 2j will come. Minus k means minus 4k will come. Next, CA vector. So position vector of A minus position vector of C. So A minus C. So calculate A minus C. Minus 2 minus 7. So you will get what? Minus 9i. plus 3j and 5k plus k, you will get what? 6k. So we found AB vector, BC vector and CA vector. Next, let us calculate magnitude of AB vector. So how to find magnitude of AB vector? Writing directly 3 square 9 minus 1 square 1 minus 2 square, it is 4. So root 14 will come. I hope it is clear. Next, magnitude of BC calculate. So 6 square, it is 36 minus 2 square 4 and minus 4 square, it is 16. So root over 56. Root over 56 we can write as 2 root 14. Similarly calculate mod CA vector. So you will get what? Minus 9 square. 81 will come, 9 will come, 36. So 90 plus 36 is square root of 126, which we can write as 3 root 14. So root 14, 2 root 14, 3 root 14. So can I say, see here. So here I can say, since magnitude of AB vector plus magnitude of BC vector is equal to magnitude of CA vector. So root 14 plus 2 root 14, 3 root 14. So magnitude of AB plus magnitude of BC is equal to magnitude of CA. So from this we can say, therefore given points are, here I can say what? Collinear vectors. Hence given points are collinear. Or since vectors are given, so here we can say what? Given vectors are collinear. So this is one method to check whether the points A, B, C are collinear or not. One more method is there, very simple. Let us see that also. So everything is same only. So here only we can say alternate solution, or I can say editor. Same only. So we found AB vector, we found BC vector, we found CA vector. See properly here. So can I say yes? Can I say here BC vector? This vector is, can I say 2 times of AB vector or not any? So this vector is 2 times of this vector. So here I can say, since BC vector is equal to 2. What is the condition for collinear vector? So one vector is scalar multiple of other, then we can say the vectors are collinear. If scalar multiple is positive, that means parallel vector. If scalar is negative, then we can say anti-parallel vectors. So one vector is scalar multiple of other. So from this we can say the points are, or the vectors are collinear. So therefore here we can say given vectors are collinear. So this way also we can check whether the vectors are collinear or not. So one vector is scalar multiple of other. Scalar multiple can be positive, scalar multiple can be negative. So in today's class we have seen some important questions, that too 3 marks from the chapter vector algebra. So next class it will continue.